Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, everyone. Today, happy Friday, everyone. Hey, we are going to talk about today Pop Up with the Queen. Pop Up with the Queen means that I may go live um, 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, or whenever I want to. That's why it's called Pop Up with the Queen. But today we're going to be talking about the benefits of leasing a car. Benefits of leasing a car. And then at the end of benefits leasing a car, I am going to talk to you briefly about buying your leased car out. So get your pen and paper ready. And if you know someone that wants to watch my video, go ahead and invite them because I'm sharing some great information. And I know on TikTok, I don't think you can go back and actually review my video if you're on TikTok. But I know if you're on my other social media platforms like Facebook, you can actually go back and you can watch my video. I'm live on Facebook on my personal page, Regina Eileen Woodard. And then I'm also on my business page, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longham Chevrolet. Then I'm also on my TikTok, on my on my YouTube channel, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. So anyway, let's talk about the benefits of leasing. So why do people lease vehicles? I remember when I first got in the car business, 1998. I'm telling my age. And my mom, she bought all her vehicles. She bought all her vehicles. And, I started talking to her about leasing and she was uncomfortable with. So I had to go over the benefits of leasing. And I actually was able to talk to her about it, right? Because she listened to her daughter, right? Well, she did. God bless her soul. She died in 2016. But anyway, the reason people lease a vehicle is number one is because they're getting a lower monthly payment. And that's really the biggest advantage of leasing a vehicle. You're going to get a lower payment and you're only going to be financing the depreciation of the vehicle. Let me back up. Let me not even say that. You're going to get a lower monthly payment. The bottom line, leasing a car, reason people lease cars because they want a lower payment. Back right after COVID, lease payments were higher because of the demand. Demand was high, supply is low. Demand is high, supply is low. Anytime demand is high in anything, and the supply is low, that means you're going to pay more for that individual product or service or that particular vehicle. Product, service, whatever, you pay more. So if demand is high and supply is low, which means it's a demand for it, but it's not that many vehicles out there, lenders, leasing companies, dealerships figure that we can charge you more. So people lease because it's a lower payment. Now the world is getting back to reality within the last year where lease car payments are more reasonable right now. So people lease because of a lower down payment. Number two, the reason people lease is because they think about having less cash received to drive off. So you have a sign and drive when you lease a vehicle. Sign and drive means that you don't put any money down. You sign for your lease and you drive off with zero. You do not put any money down. So that's called a sign and drive. And if you don't do a sign and drive, that means that you're putting money down. That means that you're paying your upfronts, your first payment, your tax and title. You're putting money down. So people lease because there's less money to drive off, less cash required to drive off in that particular vehicle. No matter what vehicle it is, it's less to drive off. Less money you got to come out of pocket to drive off with that particular vehicle. The third reason is a lot of people think about this is one of the reasons why I lease my vehicles, right? Is because you have a lower repair cost. If you let's just say you leasing a Chevy, it's a 3-year or 36,000 mile warranty on your vehicle, bumper to bumper, and then you have the 5-year 60,000, 5-year 60,000 when it comes to a Chevy, but it's low repairs. If you're leasing your vehicle for 3 years and you're doing the average miles of 36,000 miles, which is 12,000 miles a year, 36 months, 36,000 miles a year. You're not having to really worry about repairs besides getting your oil change on your vehicle. Oil changes right now are running between $70 and $80 at the dealership. And why? Because things have gone up. They're using the synthetic oil. They're also rotating your tires. And then also they may tell you some other things that you need to get actually fixed on your car, or things that you need to take care of. So a lot of people are leasing because of lower repair costs. They don't want to worry about major repairs in the vehicle. That's one of the main reasons why people don't lease. No, lower repairs. And number 4 is, when it comes to leasing a vehicle, the reason people lease. If you don't lease, you need to be thinking about leasing. Well, let me back up. You got the 3-year 36,000 miles. That's the average miles people drive, right? But you also have the 15,000 miles a year too. So 15,000 miles, 3 years, or 45,000, or 2 years, 24. But look, so you can, when you're leasing a vehicle, know that you need to find out how many miles can you buy? What can you buy in your miles up front? If you need more than, let's just say you do a 36-month lease, you need more than 36,000 miles for 3 years, or you need more than 45,000 miles for 3 years. You need to say, hey, I need more miles. One of my customers last night actually got her 4th vehicle from me. She thought that she needed 18,000 miles a year, 18,000 miles a year instead of 15. And so I sat down with her and I helped her calculate. And I said, you know what? Why do you think you need that many miles? And she said, well, I needed it. My lease is up in January and I'm in here now and I'm about 200 miles almost at my lease. But we looked at what was she doing over that course of 3 years? What was happening with her? Were you traveling? Are you traveling the same amount of miles? You going the same amount of places that you were before? And found out that the company that she's working for the same company, but she was a traveling nurse. She was traveling more. Now she's at a location where she's not having to go see individuals. She's not having to go see individuals. She's stationary. She's going to one location and she's at one location instead of going to 3 different locations per day. So that's how her miles added up, besides going back and forth to work and taking her kids to school and doing things in her personal life. So she didn't need that many miles. So know that when you're leasing a vehicle, when you lease, is that you need to get all your miles up front. The miles you need, think about where you're going to be going maybe next year, maybe the next 2 years. Know that also that if you go over your miles, you're going to be charged 25 cents a mile. Some people get caught up like that. It was a customer that came into the dealership yesterday with 60,000 miles over their lease. Now, what the world? 60,000 miles over? What the world? You know what I really want to say? But anyway, this guy was 60,000 miles over his lease. Why didn't he call this salesperson 6 months ago or a year ago and say, hey, what can I do? Nowhere in the world you come in and use 6,000 miles of your lease. Come on. My customer yesterday said to me, she said, Regina, I'm almost at the mile. The first thing coming to my mind, let me call my salesperson. Let me call my girl. Let me call Regina, right? She called me her girl, her mentors, because she's younger and she trusts me. This was her 4th car from me. So don't get in a situation that you don't have to be in. If you're going to be over your miles, make a phone call and see what can happen. So a lot of one of the worst things what people do is, what do? They go over miles. But anyway, let me get back and go to number 4. Another reason why people lease, or the benefits of leasing a car, is because you don't have to worry about selling it. You don't have to worry about, selling your car in 3 or 4 years or 5 years or trading it in. It's because you're leasing it. You don't have to worry about reselling to anyone. You just turn it in and get into something else if you want to. And if you don't get into something else, know that it's a disposition fee. If you're turning your vehicle in, a dealership doesn't buy that vehicle, it's gonna be a disposition fee. Disposition fee is General Motors, GM Financial is charging you for turning your vehicle in, because that vehicle has to be picked up, right? And it has to be inspected. So they pay someone to come out to the dealership or to the location or wherever they take it to inspect the car. They send you a bill, right? They send you a bill if you're over the miles. They send you a bill if you're missing a key, if your windshield's cracked, if anything is done. They send you a bill, right? And then they send it to auction. They sell it because they're not in the GM Financial or Ford or Chrysler. Any leasing company is not in the habit of recycling cars. They want to sell the car to you. They want to auction it off, and they want to move on to the next customer. That's why they don't actually refinance. We don't refinance cars here at the dealership because we don't make any money. We're here to make money. We're not here to just look good or just be one and done. And the reason people lease is because, and we want you to lease is why, because we want the turnover. We want you coming back in 2 or 3 years. We want you coming back. We want you to come back and again and again. And we want you to refer your friends. So number 4, people lease because they don't have to resell it. Number 5, They can get a new car every 2 or 3 years, or every 24 months, every 36 months, or every 42 months, however long they lease it, or 48 months. They can get a brand new car, hassle free. But know this, because one of my customers said this: well, I was approved last time, why do I have to get approved again? Credit changes. Don't just think you just because you got approved last time doesn't mean you're going to be approved again. So know that credit things change, credit change, everything changes. So the pre-approval process comes down again. So again, people lease because they get a brand new car. You know what? Who wouldn't want a brand new car every 2 or 3 years? You know, who wouldn't? Okay, number 6, more vehicles to choose from. When you lease a car, you got more vehicles to choose from. You know, I work at a Chevy store. We have a Buick GMC store. We have a Ford store. So you have more options. You have more options. But know that my name is Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, located in Michigan. But if you live in another state and you want to buy a car from me, it is possible. It is. It is. So restrictions reply. But I have a website. It's Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.com. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.com. You can go to my website 24 hours a day and check out my inventory. I have a little bit over 500 used cars in stock between all 3 dealerships. And then it has a display of the Chevy store, the Chevy cars that I have, the Buick, the GMC, and the Ford. But you have to put in what brand you're looking for, the brand, and also the model that you want to buy. Number 7, you may have an option to buy the car at the end of the lease. And I'm going to stop at that one. Number 7, you may have an option to buy your car at the end of your lease. I'm going to give you some things that you should need to be thinking about if you're looking to buy your lease out. Know this, is that if you're leasing a car from us at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, we really, honestly, if you are our customer, if you my customer, you're looking to buy your lease out, of course I'm going to help you out. But if you call me and you're from another dealership and you want to buy your lease out, we want no parts. Why? It's because we don't get paid for you to buy your lease car out. That's just not what we do. Yeah, we get paid maybe on the warranty part, some other things if you buy some aftermarket products, but that's not how we earn our money. And the dealer doesn't pay us to actually refinance your lease. So I'm going to tell you that you need to get your own financing when it comes to leasing. If you're looking to buy your lease out, you get your own financing. But if you're looking to buy your lease out, I'm going to give you 5 steps that you need to actually think about for buying your lease car. So 5 steps. Number 1, you have to determine the buyout amount on your purchase price if available. And I'm sorry, I think I'm coming down with a cold. But anyway, how do you determine the buyout price on your lease vehicle? Is you look at your contract. Go get your contract. Get your contract. And on your contract, it's a price on there, what you can buy your lease car for. It's already there. When you buy that car, it's a set price you can buy your lease for. You can buy your car for. So don't think that if you're looking to buy a lease car, you can come back and negotiate. No negotiating when you're buying your lease out. You're already paid into it. It's a set price that you buy your car for after your lease is up. So again, if you are looking to buy your lease out, no, it's a set price. It's on your contract. And if you don't have a copy of your contract, you don't have to call the dealership to get a copy of your contract. You can call GM Financial, or you can call the dealership, right? They'll give it to you eventually when they make time, right? Or you can call GM Finance. You can call your leasing company and say, hey, what's my buyout price on my vehicle? Can you send me my paperwork? Or can you tell me what my buyout price is of my car? They'll tell you. So get your buyout price. Number 2, evaluate the car wear and tear and the mileage. So if you're 20,000 miles, 30,000 miles over, no, with GM Financial, you're going to be charged 25 cents a mile. So just do 25 cents a mile, some 25,000 miles. If you're over 20,000 miles over, in this case, this guy was 60,000 miles over. He's going to be charged 25 cents a mile. So he's better off buying his car, right? But, or is he better off trying to get another car? I don't know. Because when we appraised his car, he had $11,000 worth of negative equity. And no, I'm sorry, $17,000 worth of negative equity. That's what he had. And I'm laughing because if 60,000 miles over, get out of here. 6,000 miles over. So he had $17,000 in negative equity. So $17,000 in negative equity goes onto another car. And his payment's gonna be triple, past triple than what he's paying right now. So in other words, You know what? That's like a one-on-one with somebody. That's a one-on-one with a salesperson that experience to walk you through your options of that, walking you through your option of buying your lease out, or turning your car in, and making payment arrangements with that particular lender who you owe. So evaluate the car's wear and tear, factor in how much anything that would cost you. Shop around. You may find the same vehicle for the better value somewhere else. Know that if you have a lease vehicle and you're looking to buy it out, know that, yeah, I mean, you might better be able to find the same vehicle, the same value somewhere else, but then you're going to have that bill. I apologize. I have no tissue at my desk. Number 4, apply for finance if needed. But what did I just say in the beginning? If you come to Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, if I'm your salesperson, you're looking to buy your lease out, I'm going to help you, right? But if people call me like they do all the time, hey, I want to buy my lease out, can you help me out? Or they find me on the internet, can you help me out? No, I can't. It's because that's not how we get paid, to help you get your own financing to buy your car out. So the thing is, what I need to tell you is that call your leasing company, right? If it's GM Financial, and then get your own financing. Go to your credit union, because you know I'm for the credit union, by the credit union. I'm all about the credit unions, all about the credit union, because credit unions are owned by the people. Bank, Chase, Bank of America are shareholders. They're about making the dollars, right? I belong to Bank of America. I belong to Chase. I belong to the big banks, but I also belong to a credit union. The reason I belong to the big banks is because they're easy and accessible. But the credit unions will look out for you more. So know that if you're looking to buy your lease car out, get your own financing. And one issue is, if your credit is bad, if you have boost credit, what's in the toilet, which is the same thing, then you might have some problems with buying your lease out. You might just have to settle up and turn it in, and then figure out getting into another one. So that's very important. Number 5, the lessee's process for purchasing a vehicle. Anyway, so I just want to get on here real quick and go over the benefits of leasing a vehicle. If you are on my TikTok, I don't think you can go back and you can watch the video again, but I know on my social media platforms you can. On Facebook, I'm on Facebook, Regina Eileen Woodard, Regina Eileen, Woodard, Woodard. Or you can go to my business page, Regina the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Regina the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, Regina the Queen of Car Loans, and subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do me a favor. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. And then also know this: if you're on my TikTok page, guys, you're here. You popped in. You popped out. It's okay. But sharing is caring. Go back and watch some of my videos. Add them to your favorites. You might not need me, but somebody else might need me. Or just give me a follow back. Just give me a follow. It doesn't hurt. Sharing is caring. Know that. All right, guys. Happy Friday, or whenever you watch this video, and have a great day. Have a great day.